Two title fights headlined UFC 216, as the interim lightweight and flyweight championships were on the line. However, a major heavyweight bout scheduled for the event was pulled from the main card shortly before the event began. Heavyweight Derek Lewis, who was slated to fight Fabricio Werdum on the main card, had to be pulled from the event due to problems with his back, and was replaced by Walt Harris, who was set to fight Mark Godbeer on the undercard, with Godbeer being pulled entirely from the event and not fighting at all. The five-fight main card kicked off in the lightweight division, as Evan Dunham 186-14 LW faced Beneil Dariush 143-12 LW. Dariush dominated early, landing two brutal elbows over the top on the inside whilst against the fence, which dropped Dunham. However, the American Dunham survived the round, though was bloodied as he made it to the second round. Dunham managed to rally somewhat in the second round, scoring a takedown early in the round, and continued to pressure Dariush as the round progressed by using his wrestling in tandem with pushing the pace with his striking. As the bout moved to the third and final round, the pace slowed in the final round, with both fighters showing signs of fatigue, which resulted in sloppy punching exchanges as the bout came to a close in the end, showing how close the fight was. The bout was judged a majority draw. Focus then shifted to the women's flyweight division as Brazilian Calindra Faria 1851 took on Italian Mara Romero Borella 1141 NC, with the Brazilian entering the bout as betting favorite, defying the odds. Borella dominated from the start, as after getting a takedown she landed numerous ground and pound shots, and from there she took Faria's back and got the rear naked choke and submission at 254 of the first round. Next up was the makeshift heavyweight fight, with American Walt Harris 105 taking on Brazilian former divisional champion Fabricio Werdum 2171 2HW, with Werdum the betting favorite to pick up the win, proving the gulf in class. Werdum quickly got the take, then moved from the back to mount and applied an armbar to get the tap-out win at just 105 of the very first round. Challenger Ray Borg 112-3 FW was looking to do what no fighter had done in 7 years, and not only defeat the first and only flyweight champion Demetrius Johnson 2621, but also take the 125 pounds title in the co-main event. Johnson was able to dominate all 5 rounds, utilizing his wrestling to take Borg down, and from there used his superior ground grappling to land ground and pound shots, whilst also getting the better of the stand-up exchanges. And though Borg was a durable opponent that was never close to being finished in the first 4 rounds, Johnson did manage to finish Borg towards the end of the 5th and final round, as after throwing Borg with a German suplex, Johnson was amazingly able to jump into an armbar and get the submission win in spectacular fashion at 315. In addition to the incredible finish, Johnson also broke the record set by Anderson Silva for most successful title defenses, with the flyweight champion having defended his title 11 times. Now the interim lightweight championship was at stake in the main event, as Tony Ferguson 233-2 LW attempted to defend his title against challenger Kevin Lee 162-7 LW, with Ferguson the betting favorite to become the new interim 155 pounds champion. Lee was able to dominate the first 2.5 rounds via his wrestling and takedowns, and was able to keep Ferguson on the ground whilst landing some good, solid ground and pound punches and elbows, and was on his way to beating Ferguson and taking the title. However, with just over a minute to go in the third round, Ferguson, working off his back, was able to first apply an armbar, which Lee managed to escape from, though moments later Ferguson was able to apply a triangle choke from which Lee could not escape and had to submit to it 402. With the victory, Ferguson bagged the interim lightweight title and set up a possible unification bout with champion proper Conor McGregor, who Ferguson called out during his post-fight interview by Matthew Singh Dasong.